Welcome back, Rankers. Google is at it again, but before we get into that, just a couple of housekeeping things. If you're in Melbourne tonight, this is Wednesday the 25th of July, come down to the Honey Bar. Look, I've got a jacket on. That's worth it. I'm going to be there with this jacket on. And that's a rare occasion in itself, except that the real deal is going to be a discussion panel about online retailing, and that's headed up by Phil Lay, or who a lot of you will know. And I believe Phil is buying drinks. So if you're into online retailing, if you want to get into online retailing, get down to the Honey Bar tonight, which is on the corner of Clarendon and Park Street if you are in Melbourne. And we'll see you there. Okay, a couple of other things. Started writing a series of articles for Dynamic Business. That's one of Australia's leading business sites for news and discussion and all those sorts of things. Anyway, we wrote an article based on our experience with Penguin and some advice, and basically haters are going to hate. There are a few SEO people in there in the comments section who, well, this guy said it was the worst Penguin article he'd ever read his entire life. So I would encourage you to go and read that article and see if you think the same. Conveniently, he's left a backlink, even though it was the worst article he'd ever read. And basically, one of the things that people were saying in there is that Penguin wasn't about backlinks. But I'm sorry, you go and read any blog post from Google about it. It will talk about unnatural link. Or getting links from really crappy sites. And if you go and read, say, Danny Sullivan at Search Engine Watch, any of the other guys out of the US at Search Engine Land, and all of those, it is about backlinks. Not all that it's about, admittedly. There are other things. But that brings me to my next point. On the weekend, Matt Cutts, who you will all know and love as the head of web spam at Google, announced that, hey, you're going to start to get to see some warnings again about unnatural linking in your Webmaster Tools account. A little bit like we did at the beginning of the year, but don't worry about it. What? Just speaking of Danny Sullivan, he's written an excellent article here, searchengineland.com/Google-updates-link warnings-128431. Basically, what it sounds like Google is doing is that they have implemented another, or about to implement another update, like that. Because what happened in the beginning of the year? They sent out all these unnatural link warnings to Webmaster Tools accounts, and Matt Cutts alluded to the fact, he said, now soon we're going to be penalising sites that are kind of over-optimising. And then we've got a Panda rollout, and then we've got a Penguin rollout here in Australia on Anzac Day is when it struck, like an earthquake across the SEO industry. And so we had all these warnings beforehand about unnatural linking. Now, Matt Cutts is saying it's not going to penalise your whole site, because Penguin didn't really penalise entire sites. It's the way that we saw it with some of the sites that we written and researched afterwards. They kind of disappeared for certain things, but certain phrases, but not necessarily everything. In fact, I know of one SEO company in Australia who he said to me, he said, we dropped for one phrase that we had backlinking with the same anchor text again and again and again and again and again. And that's the phrase that we dropped for. So, but in this latest update from Matt Cutts, he's saying, well, we're only going to be, and it's more of an update, or no, it's more of a manual change or manual notices they're sending out. He said, we're only going to be penalising the links that you're getting, not and where they're going to, not your entire site. So if you've got a bunch of links that are unnatural or spammy, or you've bought somewhere and Google can somehow work out that they are exactly that, spammy, they're going to punish the page or the phrase that those links are directed at. But they've said don't worry about them. And it's really confusing. I suggest you go and read searchengineland.com, because they are sending completely mixed messages. But if you do get one of these new warnings It won't have the cute little construction zone sign up against it like the ones that came out earlier in the year did. So it's going to look something like this, except it won't have that little yellow triangle. I would take note of it, because Google has still said, oh, by the way, if you do have unnatural links or spammy links, you should probably take them down. Well, this is what happened earlier in the year, right? And then about a month later, boom, destruction. So, is it about to happen again? Are we about to see another change? Has Google further refined how it calculates the authority of a backlink? If you're a site out there that has gone out and bought a whole heap of backlinks and you've never bothered to get some reasonable quality ones, then you're probably going to be in trouble. If you've done a bit of both, you're probably going to be okay. But if you've done just, if your whole backlink strategy has been around buying backlinks rather than getting content shared and pointed at, like, sort of stuff that we're doing here with Dynamic Business, then you're going to get hit. All right? So, what do? Fix it now. In the future, people are still asking for a little facility in Google Webmaster Tools, which will allow us to say that, hey, these are the sort of sites that are backlinking to me. Well, I really don't want jimboot.com backlinking to me, so I should be able to switch that off. That just came up as 404. That's wrong, by the way. It's fine. Okay, so that's what we're going to see in the future. Google, I don't know why they haven't rolled it out yet, but they need to, because it stops this conversation around, oh, people can take your site down by doing negative SEO. Why don't I just go and buy 1,000 backlinks from a subcontractor in the subcontinent and get him to direct them all at your site, or with all the one word. Therefore, Google will think that you're being spammy. Well, Google reckons that maybe, yes, kind of, they can stop that happening. Maybe this is what the change is about. So, hold on to your hats. If you've got those spammy backlinks, go and have a look at your overview in your all domains, backlinking, links to your site in Google Webmaster Tools. Up, down, I've got no idea what that site is. They're all showing 404 by the looks of it. Mirror.me, I've got no idea what it is. Probably some sort of scraping site. But the one I like, of course, is that was here this morning. It's not here now, though. Was, oh yeah, there it is. I'll let you work out where those backlinks are coming from, google.com. Anyway, that's it for this week's show. Hopefully that's helpful. Get down to the Honey Bar tonight if you're in Melbourne, and hope to see you there. If not, next week. Thanks very much. Bye.